capable of doing this type of job without the scanner. So we need a scanner capable of doing this kind of stuff for doing the rear brakes. Without the scanner, doing it professional way, you might not be able to accomplish this job. It's an electronic parking brake. So we're gonna use the scanner here and to do that process. Welcome to Hoyle Automotive in Action. So we have here today's newer vehicle, 2008 Honda Civic Type R, and we're gonna be doing brakes. Are we capable of doing these brakes without a scan tool? We're gonna see that one. Let's go through the process. So we have here today this Honda Civic special edition. We're gonna be doing brakes, front and rear brakes. So the question is here, is that really a requirement to use scan tool to do brakes on modern technology vehicles? So for front and rear brakes, let's go through the process. So first we're gonna do the front brakes, and then we're gonna move to the rear brakes. So we're gonna start removing the front wheels, and look at this. This caught my attention here. The brake rotors are drilled, and also they are Brembo. This Brembo brand is especially from Europe vehicles like Porsche, BMW, Mercedes. Why would we have this system on this vehicle? Look at this. I was looking at this vehicle, and looks like this vehicle is being made in United Kingdom. 2018 Honda Civic Type R. See the being, the S? That's the first character of the being that correspond to UK, United Kingdom. Very interesting, huh? And we have here on the rear brakes, this seems to be a normal brake system, and they are not that designed. The front brakes rotors on this vehicle are one-time use. So these type of brake rotors, they get very, like a lot of, like, they get worn out very easy, as we can see here. So these are one-time use. So we're gonna go through the process doing the front brakes and also the rear brakes. For the rear brakes, we're gonna need a scan tool to do the brakes on the rear. Okay, so let's start by removing the wheels and going through the process. Here we have the front brake rotors, original from Brembo, and you can see they are drill style. And we're gonna go through here the process of removing the calipers. Here we have the brake pads. This is for the rear, OEM Honda. The brake pads are also from Honda, but they're Brembo. So that's the OEM. Genuine, OEM. That's the difference. OEM, genuine. At the end, it is the same thing. So what we have here, we're gonna go to the brakes, show the process how we're gonna be starting removing the front brakes. Okay, then we have here the brake rotors, and we gotta be removing that one to remove the brake rotor. And for the calipers, we gotta remove these two pins, and we also going to be loosening this up to when we compress the calipers. At that point, the brake fluid is old, so we're gonna be collecting that one and not sending that back to the system. So let's start doing that. We're gonna start compressing the calipers. I'll put two screwdrivers, one here and one over here, and push. And then we are collecting here the fluid to that bottle. So we're finished compressing the calipers here. Now the only thing we do is we tap on it here on these pins, remove these two pins. Now we're gonna be removing the brake pads and remove the whole caliper.
porque el sistema de la colección está bien como están puestas.
So when we're removing the calipers, I'm hanging that one here, so that way it's not resting on these hoses, because if we leave that one resting on the rubber hoses, they collapse internally, and then we end up having, after we do the brakes, the vehicle pulling to the left or to the right. Something very important is to clean the surface where it's going to be mounting the new brake rotor. We can see I use here on this one this drill with this wire brush. There are different tools can be used, but this is the one I have. And the only thing we're looking for to have very clean this surface, remove all the rust, so that way the new rotor sits very well and it doesn't get warped easy. We see here the old rotor, the old brake rotor, how much rust it has here. So the other portion was the same way. So if we don't remove that one, we're gonna end up with having a warpage brake rotors prematurely. So after we have everything clean, we're gonna be using this type of grease. So it's a copper grease, special grease that is coming from Audi and Volkswagen. At the dealer they use that one. So we're gonna be using that one on this contact here of the metal to dissipate the heat, and also here on the pistons, on the caliper pistons contacts on that area. So this grease has to be special grease rating for higher temperature, because this type of disc produce a lot of temperature. So we're finished here lubricating the contact portion of this. So we gotta be careful here when we do this, so we don't touch the surface of frictions. And same thing here. Okay, let's put everything back together now. Now what we're doing is, because these are core threads, the brake calipers bolt, so we're gonna be adding here some Loctite. So this is the Loctite I'm using here, the blue type of Loctite. So this one is not that strong for this kind of, but it still will help to lubricate and also to hold it in place. And then we're gonna be installing those. The brake pads is just slide it in, the pins, and connecting this one. And then after this, we're gonna move to the rear. After we're done with that one, gonna be pressing on the brake, not all the way in. I don't want to make the master cylinder to travel more than what is the normal, like travel. Okay, so we're complete done on this one. Everything is ready. We press the brake pedal, put everything back together where it should go. Now we're moving to the rear brakes. We're capable of doing this type of job without the scanner. So we need a scanner capable of doing this kind of stuff for doing the rear brakes. Without the scanner, doing it professional way, we might not be able to accomplish this job. So now we're gonna start doing the rear brakes. So we need a scanner capable of doing this, the functional test of retracting and compressing the calipers. So as we can see, this one is an electronic parking brake. So we're gonna use the scanner here and to do that process. I'm gonna go now through system selection because I wanted to choose what computer, I'm gonna be working. There are a bunch of computers here. So we're gonna go to the ABS computer right here. And I'm gonna be looking for a special function or some type of actuation test. I'm gonna go to special functions. And we see those here, brake pad maintenance mode. And say this function is used in rear brake pad maintenance. Please refer to service menu. Okay, so then let's see. I'm gonna continue on this. Okay, we're gonna go to brake pad maintenance mode. Okay. We're gonna enter the pad maintenance mode. Requiring parking brake is not on, battery voltage over 10 volts. Do you want to continue? Okay, so now it will start. See, like doing the movement here on the motor for the electronic parking brake. You can hear that one there when it is retracting now. Okay, it's done. So now we can start doing our work like normal brakes. I will turn off the key for now. But I won't disconnect the scanner. Okay, that's important. The scanner gotta be connected, but I can go key off. From now on, we're gonna treat this one as like a normal brakes system. Nothing special, nothing fancy at this point. After using the scanner, I'm gonna be replacing only the pads on this design. I won't be doing on this the brake rotors, only the pads. So let's take off this one here. Remove here then those bolts, and I'm gonna be taking off the fluid out of here to compress the calipers. Well, at this point I opened the 10 millimeters here, the bleeder, and when we press it in, we catch the fluid, and then we treat it like a normal brakes now. At this point, just press it in. So we finished now, so we're gonna lubricate the sliding pins and start installing the brake pads. So we're gonna be able to start installing now the brake pads. But look at this. They got some arrow here. So this looks like they are directionals. On the new ones, if we're not careful, see how they are. So gotta choose the one is correct for this side. Okay, now we're at the point like we're ready for the skin tool to come over and compress again the brake pads. Let's do that. Yeah, we finished this side. It's the same process doing this on the other side.